Australia as it is today is situated in the southern hemisphere and completely isolated from any other landmass, making many of the species that have evolved here endemic to Australia. While the island continent contains nearly all different types of varied ecosystems, ranging from snow-capped mountains to rainforests to marshlands, nearly 90% of Australia is dry shrubland or desert. Governed mostly by its size, Australia's climate varies significantly throughout the 8 states and territories. The tropical north regions of Australia have high temperatures and humidity, with distinct wet and dry seasons, while the centre of the country contains arid regions that experience high daytime temperatures and low amounts of rain. The southern regions of Australia, however, are temperate with temperatures ranging from hot to cold with moderate rainfall. Australia's high diversity of flora includes large number of species in ecologically significant genera, such as acacias which tend to dominate in drier inland parts of Australia, and eucalyptus which dominate in wetter parts. In terms of Australian fauna, there are more than 378 species of mammals, 828 species of birds, 300 species of lizards, 140 species of snakes, and 2 species of crocodiles. Of the mammals, almost half are marsupials. The rest are either placental mammals or monotremes. Among Australia's best-known animals are the kangaroo, koala, echidna, dingo, platypus, wallaby, and wombat.
In the mid-Miocene, an abrupt era of global warming led to a shift in the Earth's carbon cycle. This was until slight shifts in the continent positions led to an overall change in global circulation, beginning a drying period. The climate was wetter and warmer for much of the early and middle Miocene, slowly becoming drier as it approached the end of the epoch. There was also a clear warming, then cooling of the climate over the 20 million years of this period, resulting in the growth, then reduction of temperate rainforests. Grasslands and semi-arid areas thrived on the Australian continent, and this is evident in the fossilised microfloras from the Lake Erie Basin. If we go back and take a look at the fauna during the Miocene epoch, it's clear that there are some similarities between then and today. Most of those pertain to the mammalian family, with half of the mammalian families today being present in the Miocene epoch's fossil record. Further discoveries of larger animal skeletons believed to be the dominant megafauna have all been found throughout the Australian continent. One of the most interesting being the Damon duck of doom, a carnivorous flightless bird which could grow up to 3 metres in height.
After the Miocene until present came the Pliocene, Pleistocene and Holocene epochs respectively, and in those intervening 5 million years came the most recent of the 5 major ice ages. Caused by the polar regions becoming covered in ice, the waxing and waning of ice caps would create a period of repeated glaciation lasting from approximately 2.5 million years ago until its end 11,000 years ago. It resulted in Australia becoming even drier as the global land and sea temperatures cooled. During glacial phases, the sea level would drop due to the freezing of the ocean. This greatly affected Australia as an isolated island continent, as it opened up the land bridges between Papua New Guinea and Southeast Asia, allowing for the movement of many animal species and the eventual arrival of early humans approximately 50,000 years ago. These land bridges would then be flooded again once the Earth entered a greenhouse phase. The change in flora and fauna over this period were directly influenced by the drying of much of the continent. The rainforests of the Miocene slowly gave way to grasslands, desert and a mosaic of dry bushland, eventually retreating to pockets on the east and north coasts of today. Unlike the rest of the world, large flightless birds and marsupials remained more dominant than other mammals, most of which were endemic to Australia due to its isolation. Select large reptiles such as the Megalania, a 7-metre ancestor of the goanna, and some mega versions of crocodiles and snakes also thrived. By the end of the Ice Age at the beginning of the Holocene, megafauna were in decline and being replaced with smaller or swifter mammals and migratory birds. However, some megafauna still remain today within Australia. Animals such as the saltwater crocodile, red kangaroo and cassowary are remnants of the past species that used to dominate. There are many smaller relatives of Miocene megafauna species still living in Australia today. The Diprotodon is an ancestor of wombats and koala. Proctodon is an ancestor of the tiny banded hair wallaby. Bullacornus plani, or more commonly known as the demon duck of doom, is an ancestor of many flightless birds including the emu, cassowary and ducks. And the Megalania is an ancestor of monitor lizards and goannas.